So finally, we have the new Android TV device that we've been waiting for. 4 gigs RAM, 32 gig storage. We're talking gigabit Ethernet port, full HDR certifications, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos. To get all of that in a box costing $100. Could this be the Shield replacement or the Fire TV Cube alternative we've been waiting for? Well, let's take a quick dive into these specs, find out exactly what's in this new box, the new Google streamer that was announced today. We'll talk about some of those features, but unfortunately there are 2 major issues with this new device, which may end up putting off lots of people. So let's jump directly over to the Google website. They've now announced the new Google TV Streamer 4K. So first thing they're talking about is the ability to stream everything on a single screen, because the way that the Google TV Home aggregates the content from all of your different streaming services, it brings that content together and you can then access that directly on the homepage. I mean, this is not special to the Google Streamer 4K. Really, any Android TV device running the latest version of Android TV will then get the Google TV update, where you can then take advantage of this content aggregation. But it really is personal preference if you actually want that. Then we can see here that the device does give you both Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos. Both the certifications are included. Then we jump over to the fact that it's got the 32 gig storage. So even the Nvidia Shield, the most expensive one, comes with 16 gigs of storage. This device out of the box has 32 gigs. But I'm sure my audience, my USA audience, already know about the On 4K Pro, which also comes with 32 gigs of storage. The only slight difference with that is that comes with 3 gigs RAM, whereas this box comes with 4 gigabytes of memory. And of course, the bigger issue with the On 4K Pro is it's only really available in America. I have one myself because Troy Point posted it to me, but generally for people in the UK or Europe, unfortunately the On 4K Pro is just not available, whereas the Google Streamer 4K will be available worldwide. Now, very interesting here, it says it comes with a 22% faster processor, and this is really the first caveat. So I think it's been about 4 years since the last Chromecast came out. Lots of people were waiting for an upgrade, hopefully a much bigger update. But to hear the news that after 4 years, you're only going to see a 22% faster processor is a bit disappointing. And it gets even more disappointing once we find out exactly which processor that is, which I will mention in just a second. Now, this is a great feature as well, that where it will give you the ability to control your Google Home directly from the home screen. So if you have smart appliances, smart switches, smart plugs, all of that can be controlled directly from the home screen. Now, this thing here, they're talking about the design because, as you know, with the previous version of Chromecast, those devices were really designed to be placed behind your TV. But this device, much like the Nvidia Shield, much like the Roku Ultra, those devices are designed to be placed at the front of your TV, and it does look pretty nice, and it is available in 2 colors. We can see it has a built-in button to locate the lost remote control, which is also something that the On 4K Pro has, and it is a very good feature because everybody ends up losing the remote control. Maybe the dog takes it somewhere, or maybe it goes behind the sofa or under the cushions. But with this button, you can press that and it will automatically find the remote for you. And here we see the old generation costing $50 and the new one costing $99. Spec-wise, we can see fairly similar, except we get the extra Find My Remote feature. We get double storage compared to the previous generation. And of course, this one has a built-in gigabit Ethernet port. Let's actually dive deep into these specs here. So if I go back to the top, if I click on technical specs, and here we can see that supports up to 4K with HDR 60 FPS, has Dolby Vision, HDR10, HDR10+, supports these audio formats. Now here is another caveat. This device only supports Wi-Fi 5. So if you're looking for a device with a newer Wi-Fi 6 or Wi-Fi 6E, and I believe even Wi-Fi 7 is out now on some devices, unfortunately this device only supports Wi-Fi 5. Now the memory we can see is 4 gig, which is good, 32 gig storage. Now the ports, you can see it does only come with a single USB Type-C port, which is used for power. Now just like with the old device, you can buy a USB Type-C hub. You can then add the power to the hub, but then also add in other USB peripherals. Unfortunately, compared to other devices, like for example the On 4K Pro, that does give you a full-sized USB-A port. So things like expanding storage, things like adding other devices, you can do straight away without buying any additional devices. But looks like with the Google TV Streamer 4K, it will require you to buy a hub first if you want to expand the storage or add in those extra peripherals. and it comes with that Android TV OS. Now what's in the box is also interesting because first you can see they do bundle a new remote control, which I think will be a positive change. The previous remote, as you can see here, for me always just felt a bit dinky. It was very, very slippery, almost just like a bar of soap in your hand, and it just didn't really have that good quality premium feel. We can see with the new remote control, it is bigger. Apparently they've added in some extra texture to the back, so it should give you more grip. And we can see it does come with this extra customizable button here. So if you want to map that to a custom launcher or map that to a custom action, you can very easily do that with this built-in button. Now you'll notice here also in the picture, there's a USB Type-C to Type-C cable, there's a power brick, there's some batteries, but no HDMI cable. So again, a device costing $100, you would at least expect them to bundle the HDMI cable, but we can see it does say here, it does say HDMI cable required. So I do think that's a bit low from Google not to bundle that in. And this is the other major issue where for some reason they've decided to pair this new Google Streamer 4K with the MediaTek 8696 SoC. And this is the same one that's found in the 2021 Amazon Fire TV Stick Max. So again, waiting for 4 years and getting the same SoC as a device from that year, you can see why it's very, very disappointing. So let's see now where this fits in to the landscape of Android TV devices. As I've said for a long time, we have plenty of Android TV options in the $50 price point. Everything from your Unboxes, your TiVo Stream 4Ks, your Xiaomi Mi boxes. Plenty of options if you want to spend around about $50 or $60. Now on the other side of that scale, we have the top tier Nvidia Shield Pro, which costs around about $150 to $200. Very, very powerful. Even though this came out in 2019, has some limitations like it doesn't support HDR in YouTube, no AV1 decoding, has some other certifications that's lacking because the device is so old, and of course doesn't run the latest version of Android TV. But in terms of raw power, even today, if I want the most powerful Android TV box, there really is no other option. And this is why everybody has been waiting for a true flagship device. They don't mind paying the money. They just want a true alternative to the Nvidia Shield Pro. The device we have today, which is the new Google Streamer 4K, sits at the $100 price mark. And there have been other options from Kinhank, from Hermatics, but normally the issue with other vendors like that is how long can I get security updates, or how long will my device keep receiving updates? Whereas we know a device from Amazon or from Google, hopefully you will get some updates for a certain amount of time anyway. So this is the price point where it fits in, but you have to decide yourself that is a device with this spec in 2024 actually worth $100, or are there other better options out there? I will be purchasing this myself, so if you're interested in a full review, make sure you are subscribed and with all notifications. That's pretty much this video, guys. Many thanks for watching. I know lots of you are waiting for this new Chromecast device to be announced, this new potential Shield killer. I will leave that up to you to decide if it actually warrants that particular title. Do leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think, if this device is something that you will be purchasing, or if you have another device in mind, or if you're going to stick with another Android TV device. Do leave me a comment below. Let me know, and I'll hopefully catch up with you guys real soon. Thanks.